Here you go, Cynthia. Do you see what happens? Do you see what happens, Cynthia? This is what happens when you fuck with the reserved list, Cynthia. This is what happens. Do you see what happens, Cynthia? Do you see what happens? This is what fucking happens when you reprint into oblivion, Cynthia. This is what fucking happens. Do you see what happens, Cynthia, when you fuck with the fucking reserved list? This is what happens, Cynthia. This is what happens. Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today because I kinda feel like river dancing.
Kinda makes me feel like river dancing.
Yes, that was Willem Dafoe in the wonderful film Boondock Saints, and I am as happy as he is. I am not happy somebody's getting fired. I don't have a personal issue with Cynthia Williams. Let's make that clear. This video is all sarcasm or my feelings about what's good for Magic the Gathering. And Cynthia Williams might be a nice person. I don't know her. She might have a family. I think she will be fine. In 2022 she earned 6.6 million. Then we don't talk about 2023 and the first 4 months of 2024. She had a couple of good jobs, selling cigarettes, working for Microsoft. She'll be alright. So nothing personal, but when it comes to Magic the Gathering, she did a shitty job, and that's it. 1 year ago, after the MTG reprint disaster of the 30th anniversary edition, the reserved list reprint disaster, I asked, when will Wizards of the Coast fire Cynthia Williams? And it finally happened a year later. I mean, folks, for me it could have happened a little sooner, but I think I was one of the first ones. I know Rudy is calling out Cynthia for using the Wikipedia article to describe Magic the Gathering, but in my video when I reacted to the fireside chat, I said that right away. I mean, this woman doesn't know what Magic the Gathering is. She's quoting Wikipedia, it seems, to describe what Magic the Gathering is. And that's a very bad thing for somebody in a top position at a company of one of the biggest brands in the world. I mean, Magic the Gathering is huge. We all know that. Magic the Gathering keeps Hasbro afloat. Magic the Gathering is around for 30 years. You can definitely say it's one of the biggest brands in the world. It's known by many. It's very, very successful. And to put somebody in charge that doesn't have a connection to the game, that doesn't have a connection to us, the players, collectors, consumers, fans, that just doesn't work. It just is a too big of a discrepancy there. I don't think it can be the solution to make a brand even bigger. And the problem, of course, started because she had to double the revenue for Wizards of the Coast, for Hasbro. And the shareholders wanted more and more. And then they all tried to squeeze us Magic the Gathering players, as well as the Dungeons and Dragons players. They trying to squeeze us dry. They trying to get our money. And yeah, it backfired. And since then, there has been a lot of unrest in the Magic the Gathering world, in the Wizards of the Coast world, Dungeons and Dragons as well. A lot of uproar, a lot of angry people that were definitely not happy with what's going on. So I am happy now that Cynthia Williams is leaving. May it be of free will, probably because she was asked to go, but that's corporate talk. If things don't work out, then you better leave or you get fired. And then if you leave with your head held up high. I don't think she can say she can leave with her head held up high, because she left a mess, and that's definitely bad for Magic the Gathering. It's been recovering a bit, and that's good, and I hope Magic the Gathering will recover even more. There are people saying like, oh, now it's getting even worse. I don't think so. Wizards of the Coast wants to recruit somebody from, oh, this is getting higher and higher, and it looks like a diggity giggity in my face. I should put the microphone microphone lower. No giggities here. It's just a microphone, folks. Or it could have been that I'm getting enthusiastic that Cynthia Williams is leaving Wizards of the Coast. Oh, no. Folks, I think this is an opportunity. They want to hire somebody from within. They want to, at least, they are looking at the possibility of hiring somebody from within, and they are looking at the possibility of hiring somebody external. It doesn't matter. As long as it's somebody that has a small connection to the brand. You don't have to know the in and outs of the brand to be a good manager, to be a good CEO. You just have to be good at your job and have some affinity, or at least some sense of what your community wants and what your fans want, and some connection to that. If you don't understand that, then you're screwed. Then you don't have to do. You shouldn't have that position, folks. I'm amazed that not more content creators. Rudy put out a really cool video, I think, talking about this. For the rest, everybody's silent. Do you remember the outcry when the 30th anniversary edition hit the news? Do you remember the outcry when they wanted to take away the open license for D&D? And now nothing. People either tend to forget, or they're like, yeah, that's good, she's gone. Let's see if we can find somebody else who does better. I can't believe that this is not bigger news. This should be huge. This should be all over the internet. This should be the talk of the day in the Magic the Gathering community, and internally it is, but I can't believe that not more content creators are talking about this. Why? Maybe they're just not interested anymore. That could be the case. Everybody moved on to something else. Being indifferent is a bad sign as well. Being indifferent about these kind of things. That's how far Cynthia got us. You see what happens, Cynthia? You see what happens? You see what happens when you're in bed with Amazon? I should have put that in the video as well. But I thought about that after I edited it. I really liked it. I had good fun editing it. I hope you had good fun watching it. Let me know in the comments. At the end of this video, if you want to continue watching, I will link to the video of a year ago in which I talked about why Cynthia Williams should get fired. I think that video holds up very well. I watched it today, rewatched it today, and I was pretty much spot on, in my humble opinion, in my own opinion, even if I say it myself, about things happening. It's a new era, folks. Let's hope Magic the Gathering is going back to the top again, and everybody's gonna be happy. And I hope it's not something that makes things worse. Let's hope somebody from within that understands the brand, and that understands the customers, and that understands the long-term fans as well as the new fans. I'm an old fart, and I definitely like to be Magic the Gathering. I like Magic the Gathering to be like a game that is, as I did I move the camera? Yes, I did. A game that is as I know it, and as I'm used to. But I know the game has changed, and that's okay as well. Not all change is bad, but I think both things can coexist. The old Magic the Gathering vibes together with the new Magic the Gathering vibes. And I honestly hope we're gonna see a change in what's going on in the Magic the Gathering world. A change in communication, telling us what they're up to, letting us know about throttling back with the print runs, letting us know that they understand the cards should have value. Just in general, not somebody that's saying like everything is fine, and the house in the background is on fire. That's what she said literally in those fireside chats. I used the snippets of the actual words she used. She was happy how everything is going, and she was so successful, and yes, apparently she wasn't. But again, hey, if you get six, that's a different thing. Not speculating about that at all. If you get $6.5 million a year, probably, then yeah, you should do a better job, in my opinion. Folks, check out that video from a year ago. I think that's very interesting. Please let me know in the comments if you like my little edit of the dude and Walter and poor old Donnie. I had a lot of fun making it. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. I hope we can have a nice discussion about this. I would love to. Thanks a lot for listening. I talk to you next time. Bye. Bye.